Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Super Cool Podcast. I am your host, as always, the spirit of Super Cool Radio himself, Matthew Thomas, and this is the 14th episode of the Super Cool Podcast, and our featured artist of the week is Reality Suite, a killer female-fronted hard rock band out of New Jersey. I'm going to review their brand new live album. This is live at the Alpha Wave Studios. This is their first ever live album. It was recorded last year as part of a broadcast. Let me tell you, Reality Suite Live is freaking amazing. There's a little background about this. Kimmy Hart almost lost her voice that day because she was at a concert. And of course, when you're at a concert, you give it your all. Went to go see Evanescence the night before, so she almost lost her voice, but you cannot tell during this whole set. And I'm going to be doing a little bit different for this review. I'm going to mostly base it about the live aspect of it. I usually base it about the song. I usually break them down, kind of talk about the meanings and everything behind the song. But for this, I'm going to treat it as a concert. Did an interview with Reality Suite that was uploaded this Tuesday. And just a little note, I'd like to apologize to Joe, the guitarist. Skype shrinks the frames when recording, and I did not account for that when recording, so he is mostly cut off of the interview, and I'd just like to apologize for that. That's usually not how I present my interviews. When we do another one, because I would love to do another interview with Reality Suite, I will make sure that everyone is in the shot and everyone's accounted for. So let's dive right now into the Reality Suite live at the Alpha Wave Studios review. I always start, as I usually do, with the cover art. It's very gray, and they highlight it in like a red-orange color. You can see everyone is very visible. I just like the gray tone of it. It looks very nice, and the red-orange complements it very well. It's a very professional shot. I can't wait for the physical copies to come out soon, because then I can actually physically see it instead of just seeing it on YouTube. But now I'm going to dive right in to the first song, which is Wingman, which is off their Skin album that was released in 2015. This is a great opening song. It gets the crowd hyped into the song, and that is the job of the opening song. Let me tell you that they keep the energy from the first song all the way through the whole concert. The energy level is at its highest, and they started off right here with Wingman. Going right into Bury Me Alive, I like that you hear the backing vocals in this song. You get to hear everybody. You hear Kimmy's vocals, but also you hear everyone else. It just adds another layer to the song. There's some great guitar work by Joe around the 2:30 mark. He absolutely nails it. Really amazing just to hear how he can make that guitar work and create such unique sounding guitar riffs. And I like pretty much after every song, Kimmy thanks the crowd for being there, and you can tell the crowd's into it, and you can tell that Reality Suite is very appreciative of the crowd they have at the Alpha Wave Studios. And they go right into Cut, Burn, Bruise as the third song, which one of my favorites actually, that is off their Awaken album that was released last year. The guitar intro, it's very unique sounding. It's very memorable, but the rest of the song is a little bit more mellow, but it's still a great rockin' song, and they just sound amazing. Like, if you compare the studio version of Cut, Burn, Bruise to the live at the Alpha Wave Studios Cut, Burn, Bruise, they sound almost identical. Reality Suite, they were on their A game for this live recording. I really enjoyed Cut, Burn, Bruise, mostly for that guitar riff. The lyrics, very powerful lyrics. I like how everything sounds. You can hear everything. It's all very clear. And you can tell the emotion and the energy they put into it. Even if you're not seeing the actual broadcast, if you're just listening to it, you can feel the energy and the vibes from the song. The fourth song to go into is Blame It on Angels. This has an intense guitar riff throughout the whole song. You can really feel this song. And again, it just sounds just like the studio work. It's very impressive. Kimmy's vocals are just killer. Again, puts a lot of energy, a lot of emotion in Blame It on Angels. And there's a mind-blowing solo around the 2:40 mark. Just hearing it, it's almost indescribable just how good it sounds. Moving on to the fifth song, which is Skin. And this is, again, that is off their Skin album. Nice drum intro. Brian is really rocking it. You really hear the bass in this song, too, which is really cool to actually hear the bass. It's kind of an underutilized tool, and Reality Suite just has everything mixed so perfectly that you can hear all four pieces very well. This song, it's a little bit faster, and it's not as heavy as the previous four songs. It's a little bit lighter, and the guitar is not as intense, but still predominant throughout the whole song. And I like how they go into Grave after Skin. It kind of follows that same tone of being a little more mellow and a little bit more lighter, and the guitar is not as heavy. It's just some great flow, just keeping all the vibes and all the energy just flowing from one song to the next. And again, this is another song in Grave. You can really hear the emotion in Kimmy's vocals, because Awaken, it's a lot about love, relationships, and losing loved ones. So there's a lot going on throughout all of Awaken, and it's a lot of energy, it's a lot of emotions, and they transfer that so well to their live performances. And it really slows down at the 3:10 mark, but then about 20 seconds later, it kicks up to a real hard rocker at the 3:30 mark. Whole set list, it flows very nicely, flows very evenly, and it keeps the energy up. For the 7th song they do in this set, it is a Hailstorm cover of Familiar Taste of Poison off their 2009 self-titled album. I know DI Records, they compared them to Hailstorm in a blog post when the live album first came out, and the whole band just kills it. This cover, it's not a very well-known song outside of Hailstorm. I know Hailstorm still includes it to this day as part of their set, but to hear another band do it, and do it very well, is incredible. And they really drive home the song. After the 3-minute mark, it is a real hard rocker till the end of the song. After the Familiar Taste of Poison leads us right into the 8th song, which is Live Now Forever, my favorite Reality Suite song of all time. I love the guitar riff, and it's studio quality in a live show. Sometimes I've been to live shows, the sound just isn't there. The band still sounds pretty good, but it's not like you're listening to the studio version of it. But with Reality Suite, no matter if you listen to a live performance or if you listen to their studio album, it sounds the same. But they're just that good, because it takes a lot to be that good in a live performance. And there's some great guitar work around the 1:30 mark. It's very unique sounding, it's very hard hitting, just really rad. It's some rad guitar work. The 9th song, Wrong With Me, Kimmy gets the crowd into this song. Whoa, that part of Wrong With Me. She includes the crowd in this. She gets them hyped up like, this is what you're going to say, and we're going to get everybody into it. And it's just so cool to include the crowd in a song like that, and then you hear the crowd getting into it throughout this whole song. It's incredible. And it shows that Reality Suite, they make some really catchy songs, they make some really good songs, and people get into this music. Another great solo around the 3:15 mark of Wrong With Me, and it's through the 3:40 mark. Like, Joe just nails it. Now, the 10th song is Dead to Me. This song, it's emotional, it's intense, and the guitar work sounds a little bit harder than the studio version. What I mean by that, it sounds a little bit more heavy, and I really like it. It adds another edge to the song already. There's more backing vocals in Dead to Me, and it's just cool to hear everybody. And they harmonize very well. It adds to the song, and it just makes it feel more complete. Because sometimes, again, I go to some live performances, and there's supposed to be backing vocals, but you only hear one voice. So it kind of takes away from that. But with Reality Suite, everyone kind of picks up with that, and they sing the backing vocals along with Kimmy's vocals. It creates a very complete sound. And I really enjoyed Kimmy's vocals on Dead to Me. Absolutely slays it on Dead to Me, especially I think right at the end, like you can hear, and she goes on for quite a bit. Definitely recommend, if you want to hear some killer vocals, listen to Dead to Me. The 11th song, I think Kiss the Ring is probably Reality Suite's most listened to song, if I had to guess. I know a lot of people talk about it. I know there was even an article in France talking about Kiss the Ring. I like, before the song even starts, Kimmy's talking about that, hey, we just released a music video for Kiss the Ring. Check it out. It's really cool. And I gotta agree with that. We talked about Kiss the Ring on my interview with them. And it's just cool to see the different ideas. Like, I never would have thought of a boxing ring to be included in the music video, but it worked so well. And it was such a great idea that you didn't really see coming, but it makes complete and perfect sense. And again, like with all these songs, the mix is perfect. I know that the Alpha Wave Studios, it's state of the art. They have such a good team there, and they make everything sound perfect, because if you don't have the music quality there, then it's harder to get into the show. And I think everyone knows that. Reality Suite and the staff at Alpha Wave Studios, they know that if it doesn't sound that great, then people aren't going to get into it. So they brought their A game, not just Reality Suite on the stage, but everyone behind them as well. And Kiss the Ring, it's very catchy, has a very good message in it. I'm just going to talk about it real quick. You don't have to kiss the ring, you don't have to conform, and it's about supporting women, but also I think it goes for everybody as well. It's about being yourself, fighting for yourself, and not giving up when people say you can't do this because of whatever reasons they think. Great message in Kiss the Ring. And they end with Die Dreaming, that is off their Skin album as well. The guitar work sounds very clean and very clear, and has a nice end to it. And they nailed it on each of these live songs. They absolutely nailed it. And I usually don't talk about all the songs, but I felt like for this episode I had to, just for you guys to get the flow of what's going on, how each song sounds. As a whole, I think Reality Suite gels so well together. You can tell they love being on the stage. They bring all the energy that they can to the stage to be the best they can. Even though Kimmy's voice might not have been 100%, you would not have known that going into this song unless she would, talked about it during the interview. I would never would have guessed, and anyone listening would not know. The studio, they can make a band sound good, but if you can't prove it on the stage, then people are going to lose interest in you. If you have good studio work, you've got to bring it onto the stage. You have to have both. And that is what Reality Suite did with Live at the Alpha Wave Studios. I encourage everyone, when the pre-orders go up for this live album, I highly encourage everyone to check it out and listen to it. And please support this great up-and-coming rock band out of New Jersey. They are a great blend of modern and old-school rock sounds. Joe's a phenomenal guitarist. Kimmy, a amazing vocalist. And also, Brian does a nice drum intro. And Antonio's on bass and also doing the backing vocals. And he's actually a bus driver. I thought he was kidding in the interview. He is not. He's an actual bus driver as well. But they're just such a great band. I'm glad I got to feature them this week. One more thing I want to add about the Live at the Alpha Wave Studios. This is truly like a concert. I have never seen Reality Suite live, but hearing them in this live element, in this live performance, is absolutely insane. Just the level of quality in this album. So please, when the pre-order comes out, which I hope is very soon, please do yourself a favor and pick this up. But thank you, everyone who listened to the Super Cool Podcast. Make sure to check out Reality Suite. I am Matthew Thomas, and I'll see you for the next episode.